What's going on? Welcome back to the channel. In today's video, we're going to talk about how I was able to fit a lot of high-end components in one tiny little case. Let's go. First and foremost, we're going to start with the components that's actually going into this build. So the CPU that we chose for this build is the Ryzen 9 7950X. It's a 16-core 32-thread processor with a base speed of 4.5 GHz and a boost speed of 5.7 GHz. The reason why I chose this one instead of the X3D variant is because this should be plenty of power enough for what I needed to do, and it's also a good balance of gaming performance and also productivity performance. The CPU cooler I chose for this one is the Cooler Master Liquid PL240 Flux. That's definitely a mouthful. The reason why I chose this one is because the pump block is actually small enough that it'll fit inside the case, and the fans and the radiator are actually small enough as well that it'll fit inside the case. And just a bonus, it actually has RGB. The motherboard that I actually chose for this one is the Asus ROG Strix B650E gaming motherboard. The reason why I chose this one is because it supports the Ryzen 9 7950X right out of the box. It supports PCIe Gen 5 in both the M.2 slot and the PCI Express slot. So it's basically future-proof in some way, shape, or form. The RAM that we chose for this one is the G.Skill Trident Z Neo, the RGB edition. It has 32 gigabytes of DDR5, 6000 megahertz speed, and CL30 cast latency. As far as storage, I went with the Samsung 990 Pro as my boot drive. It's a 1TB M.2 PCIe Gen 4. And the slave drive, which is also the game drive, is the Samsung 980 Pro. This is now the 2TB version, so it can hold a lot of games in my inventory. We're going to skip a little bit to the power supply. I actually chose the Corsair SF750. This is a 750 watt 80 plus platinum power supply. The reason why I chose this one is I wanted the reliability of the power supply, and it's also much more efficient than the 80 plus gold power supplies that are available in the market today. And 750 watts is basically enough for the graphics card and every other component that we basically have in this case. Now the case that's actually housing all of these components, we're going to get to the graphics card here in a little bit. The case that we're using for this one is the Lee A4 H2O. I actually bought this one from another YouTuber, shout out to Elijah's Lab, and I got this for a pretty good price from him. Now for the graphics card, we actually chose the MSI RTX 4080 Ventus 3X OC edition. I was actually able to fit this graphics card barely. It was pretty much a tight fit, but with a little bit of finagling and a little bit of modification on the riser cable that the case had, we were able to fit it and make it work just fine. So you're probably wondering about thermals, performance. Thermals, it's actually doing pretty good. Using Furmark, the highest I've seen the CPU temperature is at 84°C, and on the GPU is at 70°C. Now as far as productivity is concerned, I was able to edit this exact video in Adobe Premiere Pro without any issues whatsoever. And as far as gaming, I was able to play Fortnite with all epic settings at 1440p resolution at really high FPS. If you guys have any questions or concerns, please feel free to comment down below, and please like, comment, subscribe, share with your friends, and we'll catch you all in the next one.